Everybody, it's Liv here. I am so sorry I have neglected all of you for the last few week or so. Work has been super crazy and it's kind of kept me from really being able to do any crafting. But today I wanted to show you this adorable little treat pouch that I made for a candy swap that I'm in. I want to show you how I did this style as well as how I did this style here. I was actually inspired by a die that I saw for some, with Halloween coming up, for some treat pouches. And I thought, you know, I really could use my own that I currently have right now versus going out and buying another die. Because, not that I need much an excuse, but I am trying to use what I have more often. So I'm going to show you a super simple way to get this done. It's so easy. All you need is cardstock, because I still need to do a couple more for the swap. I'm going to continue using Halloween themed paper. This is some paper I got from AC Moore called Vintage Halloween Paper Pad. You will need dies of your choice. I will show you a super quick way how to I use this one, as well as one of my Spellbinder dies. Just some washi tape to hold things down while you're putting it through, and then your paper cutter, score tape, and your Cuttlebug, or whatever die machine that you use. Oh, and of course your scissors and your bone folder. So let's get started. Already kind of have one in the process, but I first want to show you how to cut. If you're using 8.5 by 11 paper, it's super easy. It's going to be 4.5 by 8.5, so you can actually get two out of a sheet. So cut it on it. Put it on the 8.5 side, line it up to the 4.5 line. Make sure, one thing I do find with the tonic one is I really always have to make sure my paper is pressed up against here. Then take your bone folder, place your paper on the 8.5 side. You want to score at 8 and 4. You're going to turn it the long ways and score at 4. Okay, so you're going to see all these score marks. Take your scissors. You actually want to cut out this small square. Now what I do like to do is do a little bit of an indent here, so when I actually fold everything over, it's a lot neater. Then you're actually going to cut all the way from here to that middle score line. You don't need any of this. So you can cut all this out. Now when you do this, you're going to find that the interior will show. So you want to have some type of paper just to kind of cover up the interior. So I cut this at, because remember again, this is a 4-inch square, 4-inch square. I cut this at 3 3/4, probably by like, I think like 2.5, just really to cover up that center, because I don't want anyone to see that. Place it down here. And you're going to end up folding these over. Oh, and again, you want to do those same little small little angle cuts. Just helps everything fold so much nicer when you fold it over. You can use score tape, Tombow, because this is not really the one that's truly going to matter. It's going to be the other one that I really use the score tape on to keep this side folded over. So there's that. So as you can see, you can now see it coming together. This is going to fold over onto here. Now for me, I personally do like to put my pattern paper first. So let's do that. going to use this one. I think it's just too cute. And cut it again, 3.5 by 3.5. So tape your one side. Tape your other side. Then you're going to take out your Cuttlebug, and whichever die you're using. For this one, I am going to use this border die, so hopefully you can see it's got the stitching on it, and I think that would look adorable. So what I do is this is where I use the tape to tape it down. So that's the only purpose I have for my washi tape right now. It's just to hold my die in place as it goes through the machine. Okay. Get out whatever die cut you use. I know there's 20 million different types on the market. I just always use my Cuttlebug because it's just always what I've had. Can't say I've tried any of the others that are on the market, so I won't give you a review about any of those. Set up your thing and roll it through. I like to come through, make sure it's really nice and cut. So here it is. Take my tape off. Then you can see the little corner won't come off, so you do need your scissors to cut that little piece off. At least such a nice clean cut. It really doesn't take much to chip that off. And now you can see, hopefully you can see the little adorable little, can't get you into focus that well, but the adorable little bumps that we've created over here. You can of course do this lower if you want to show more. You could do it higher. I'll leave it right here. It's really completely up to you. So the last step is just to put score tape on here, because this is what's going to close up this treat pouch. You just want the score tape on your outer edges because you do want to be able to put things inside of here. So of course if you put tape all along it, it will just seal it all up and then it will defeat the purpose. Put this here. I always take my bone folder and really press down really hard on my score tape because I find that that really helps it, one, get the tape to stick really well to your paper. It just makes it a lot easier to pick it up. As you probably can tell, I really don't have that much nails, so with that being said, it's a lot easier for me to do it this way. So you're going to take your sides, again, take your bone folder, really press down this bottom half. Press down this side. And voila, you've now created this adorable little small treat holder. I made one actually for the holidays, so it can hold a gift card as well. Great for that. I'm going to stick 3 little Hershey bar for my little swap partner. Well, actually, I'll stick 2 in there. Stick 2 little Hershey bars in there. Then I'm just going to put a couple of embellishments that I have for my stash on it. I think this would look a lot cuter back here. So I'm going to stick this here. This is really just 2 pieces of paper and a 3D sticker that I bought from the store. Then for this is actually a piece of scrapbook paper covered by an epoxy glitter dot. If you can really see the glitter. Oh, that's a good one. With mounted on top of a scallop circle. So I put that right on front. And I have a bunch of little cutesy Halloween sentiments. So I'll put one of those on there as well. And ta-da! I have a cute little treat holder all set for my swaps. So that's an example of how we did that. Now, if you just want to see how I utilize this, I'm not going to make a whole nother one because I do have another project I'd like to get to. But I had initially done this, and then I decided I did want to use my scallop. So I'll show you how I did this one so that you get more of an indent. So you're going to take your Spellbinder. This is one that I was already kind of in the process of working on. Again, my fave would to be to actually decorate it first. So you know, let me just put paper on here first, at least on this front side. Now, when I'm using the Spellbinder one, am not going to decorate the back side, and you'll see why in one quick second. I just want to decorate the front side without the tab. So you want to decorate this panel. Again, the 4x4 squares. So 3.5 by 3.5. You want to cut the paper. So I'm going to take this, glue this down, then use my washi tape here for this, and let me use another piece of tape for this end. Again, when you take down, you figure out how deep, quote unquote, you want your scallop ring to come down into. You bring it all the way down. You can keep it all the way up. It's completely up to you and how you want it. I actually want it right there. So for this one, you're going to see you can't do it like this. Hangs over. So what I'm going to do is take, remember this is the inside. It's going to become the pocket part. I'm actually going to fold it over this way. Put it here like this. Put my B plate on top. C plate on bottom, B plate on top, and run it through my Cuttlebug. Okay. Take my B plate off. So you will see that it almost embosses on this side, which is exactly why I did not put pattern paper on here. It doesn't really go through that much on this side, but it will emboss on the back side. So because I don't want that to be shown is why I decided not to put the pattern paper. I will put the pattern paper on now after the fact. Another thing you can do is you're going to have this left over. So you can put pattern paper on here, or even put this like this if you want. So you have that effect, whichever one you want. It's completely up to you. So then you decorate as you wish, and you do the same exact process as you did before. Fold these over, score here, put paper under here, put paper on the back side, and then you would have the other treat pouch. So I just wanted to show you a simple way that I thought of how I can make these cute little pouches without having to buy a whole nother die, which, as tempting as it may be, is not always as cost effective. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back soon with actually another treat bag pouch that I was working on. All right, take care. Have a good night.